From the Air Maxes to the Jordans and even the Air Forces, Nike is the 83rd ranked company in the world, and they have so many reasons as to why. From all around the world and in every age, everyone has worn at least a pair of these sleek and iconic shoes. I mean, who wouldn't want to look drippy in some J's? But who was behind Nike, creating the logo we'll see forever? Phil Knight, the American billionaire and businessman ranked as the 27th richest man in the world by Forbes, and the mind-blowing $36.7 billion net worth spends his money in some of the most luxurious ways possible. He started his career in the same way that the majority of recent college graduates do, with no money, no clear direction, and what seemed like a lifelong office job as an accountant. Instead, one of the greatest entrepreneurial success stories in American history, and a $100 billion sportswear powerhouse emerged. This is the tale of Phil Knight, a co-founder of Nike, who made his wild vision come true. He ran the ultramarathons while he was a student at the University of Oregon. Knight aimed to create a sneaker that was superior to those worn by players at the time. He sought the counsel of Bill Bowerman, his track and field coach at Oregon, after finishing college, so when it came to creating a shoe that exactly suited a runner's needs, Knight was certain that his track and field coach would be able to offer insightful guidance. Because Knight and his coach got along so well, they decided to partner together. They shook hands to formalize their alliance. The first Nike sneakers were created with a waffle iron, and a college student created the swoosh trademark, thus creating the company we love and know today. Nike hired Seattle-based John Brown & Partners as its initial advertising agency in 1976. The next year, the agency produced There Is No Finish Line, the first Nike brand ad, which did not feature any Nike merchandise. Nike gained a 50% market share of the American athletic shoe market by 1980, and in December of that same year, Nike went public. Nike's major advertising firm, Wheaton + Kennedy, has created numerous print and television campaigns with Nike, and Wheaton + Kennedy continues to be Nike's principal advertising agency. The now famous tagline, "Just Do It," was created by agency co-founder Dan Wheaton for a 1988 Nike advertising campaign. Advertising Age named it one of the top 5 ad slogans of the 20th century, and it is now preserved in the Smithsonian Institution. Nike's first Just Do It commercial, which debuted on July 1, 1988, featured Walt Stack. The last words Gary Gilmore uttered before being executed, "Let's do it," are credited by Wheaton as the slogan's source of inspiration. Nike boosted the growth of its brands throughout the 1980s to include a variety of sports and regions of the world. Nike set up shop in Beaverton, Oregon's 8-building world headquarters facility in 1990. In November of that same year, downtown Portland saw the opening of Nike Town, the first Nike retail location. Midway through 2015, Phil Knight declared he would leave his position as chairman of Nike in 2016. On June 30, 2016, he officially left his position with the organization. Though Phil Knight's wealth is apparently relative, it can be definitively said that the billionaire founder of Nike has bloomed from being a well-managed salesman to being someone who can afford to live out his passions from his well-maintained estate in Oregon. Phil Knight and his wife Penny Knight's love for horses from his childhood has led to him building Coyote Rock, a private 320-acre ranch that could be valued from $1 million to $15 million.
Damn!
They had constructed 5 stables for retired racehorses, where Phil is able to enjoy them as well. Phil Knight has been able to maintain this billion-dollar lifestyle because he had newfound financial security and more time for hobbies. The founder of Nike also owns the stop-motion animation studio Leica, which you might know for their feature films like Coraline and Paranorman. The hit movie Coraline, that brought in $124.6 million, was invested in Dubai Phil Knight, allowing them to have $180 million to spend on Coraline and other upcoming projects. Expectedly, Phil Knight has also spent big bucks on where he came from. The University of Oregon has received donations from Phil Knight in tens of millions of dollars or perhaps hundreds of millions of dollars. And now that Eugene's renovated Hayward Field Track Stadium has been finished, the billionaire's overall donations are getting close to $1 billion. Officials from the University of Oregon declined to confirm the Hayward cost. Although Nike was the primary donor, the university opted not to say how much of the funding came from him. Knight's generosity over the past 30 years has funded the construction of a basketball arena, a new law school facility, and a new library. Phil Knight, the creator of Nike, owns a $120,000 Audi R8. Knight, on the other hand, used a more ambitious approach and selected a black model with a distinctive silver side blade. The costly and exclusive Madison Club in La Quinta, California, is where Phil Knight also bought a $4.2 million home. On 0.62 acres, the 5-bedroom, 5-bath home is built. Additionally, a gorgeous pool and an outdoor fireplace go straight to one of the golf courses at the Madison. A guest suite with a bar and a separate porch with another outdoor fireplace is located upstairs. All of this is just easy money for the luxurious Nike owner.